welcome back up to the Body Fun Show. I am your host, Body, and today we're going to be continuing our journey on Train Sim. We haven't actually done any videos on this yet, so I'm going to be continuing my training. I started this off camera, but if you want to see us do longer journeys, because we are going to be doing those in later videos once we are trained up, be sure to subscribe. We're going to be playing a lot of Train Sim on this channel as well. Here we go. Are you ready for this?
In this training module, you're going to learn to drive a diesel-electric locomotive and how the controls differ from a multiple unit. This is a BR Class 66 diesel-electric locomotive typically used for freight operations in the United Kingdom. In some trains, it is first necessary to insert the reverser handle. We need to do that on this one.
Which way is the reversal handle? Is this... That's the horn? Reverser. Where's the reverser again? Is that the reverser? That's the third brake. Oh, it's there. I cannot move it. That's throttle. Oh, that's the reverser. There we go.
We want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction.
There we go.
The train brake on the Class 66 uses a sprung lever. Holding it one way will gradually release the brakes until you release the lever. Holding it the other will gradually apply the brakes. You need to keep an eye on the two brake gauges in front of you. The larger one in the middle is the brake pipe. The outside needle shows the target pressure and the inside needle shows the actual pressure. When you apply or release the brakes, the outer needle moves and the onboard control systems will begin to adjust the brakes to match your setting. You can make a change to the brakes and focus on the road ahead while the system works to match the pressure you've set.
Oh, what's matter, brake?
The second gauge of note is the brake cylinder gauge, which is the second from the left. This tells you exactly what is happening with the brakes on the two sets of wheels on the locomotive. If the needles are raised to a V shape, that means they are fully applied. When the needles are both pointing directly down, the brakes on the locomotive will be fully released. You can learn more about braking systems elsewhere in the training center. But for now, you just need to remember that you are directly controlling the outer needle on the brake pipe gauge and that the end result is shown on the brake cylinder gauge.
That's
Keep
cool.
the brake control in release until you can see the brake pipe control needle is reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully.
On release. Where's release? Oh, there. Okay. There we go.
Watch the brake cylinder gauge to see it gradually reduce to 0.0. Needles pointing downwards, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released on the locomotive and you can move the
to move
train.
it.
It's important to note that the brake cylinder gauge is only telling you what's happening on your locomotive. If you have wagons attached, they can take a little longer to release, so if the train doesn't move immediately, don't worry. Apply some throttle to get the train moving. As you apply power, notice the ammeter rising, the gauge on the right-hand side with the colored sections. This is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors. Try to keep it in the green section, only briefly in the yellow, and avoid the red section to avoid damaging your traction motors. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground and the train will only slow down very gradually.
Okay. Let's get up to speed. it up to 5, I guess. Here we go. We can use our buttons on our controller to change the speeds and stuff. Which one's the speed? That's the speed, isn't it? There we go. So is the speed limit 20 miles per hour? Here we go. Still going pretty fast. Here we go. Okay, we're coasting it. Alright, which one's the brake again?
That's far enough. Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar. The amount of...
Are we doing it?
That concludes this module. If you wish to
No, how do I
replay it, you
brake?
can come back to it at any time via the training center.
I still haven't figured out how to brake. Okay, continue. Changing ends and locomotive.
In this training module, you'll be learning about changing ends with a locomotive. Many types of locomotives have 2 cabs in order to make them as versatile as possible. While the cabs are often virtually identical, they are often referred to as either the A and B ends, number 1 or 2 end, or simply their front and back. Usually the designation of the cab is written somewhere in the cab. In the case of the Class 66, it's above the window on the right-hand side. In this case, you can see you're in the number 1 cab. All the junctions will be set for you in this module. You'll just be focusing on the locomotive. First, get the train moving forwards and drive over to the indicated stop marker and come to a stop in the platform somewhere.
Oh wait, I had to put it into forwards to now just get it started anyway. There we go. Here we go. Headlights, first headlights. Where are the headlights? What did he say they were repair? Oh wait, there's a bend somewhere. Oh, okay. Whoa! No time? Turn the tail lights off. Oh! Up lights are off, okay? On that to release. To give in some stuff. What's the safety thing? Oh, okay. How do I brake? Direct brake. An automatic brake. Is this stopping me? It's stopping me. It's much easier driving the other train, to be honest with you. We stopped, sir? Let me just change something in the settings real quick. Let's just turn this down a little bit. It's very sensitive, okay? You might need a pump V-Sync. Let's try this. Alright, we're stopped here, right? Okay, so... that off. Are we? Neutral? I'm standing now. We have stopped here. What is this? Do I have to get out the door? Okay. Are we not stopped here or what? Can I jump? Well, how am I gonna get on this side of the end? I can't jump. Okay. Now zoomed in. Don't know what's going on? I'm sorry, everyone. I'm too zoomed in now. Let's climb up this ladder. Let's see if we can zoom out by just sitting in the chair. Okay. So we not stopped at all. I'm so confused now. Right, let's put us in reverse. They don't mean to do that. Reverse handle. Outward, there, see. Reverse. We can move it backwards a bit. Let's reverse it. What me? I don't understand what everyone's been to do. Let's move it forwards a bit. It's supposed to stop. Release. Release. Let's pull that up a bit. Right, put that back into neutral. Iron. Where's the master key? But I'd be confused, to be honest. Ready to put the tail lights back on? Turn the auto off. Buzzer, get out. Climb that. Climb down. Climb up the ladder. Climb down the ladder. There we go. Sugar's still behind me. Nope. Climb up there very carefully. I can't close the door. There we go. So you get back to this end. Climb up the ladder. Close the door. Now we're in this side. Let's sit down. Oh, but does it want me to, like, stop? Rudder's gonna start out. I'm ready to do the brake. Let's do this again. Let's get over. Bart, how if I put it into forwards? Which I can't. Now I can. I think it's because I was in gear. Let's try it forwards a bit. Drive it forwards. Okay. Now the objective is invaded. Breathe down here. Run down here. Right, what is this one? And apply.
Okay, let's change ends. The basic process is always the same. Shut down the cab you're in and set up a new cab. Each cab has slightly
would
different
set this one
requirements to
down.
shut it down and set it up, however. Removing the reverse has automatically applied the brakes on the locomotive, so you don't need to worry about what happens when you change ends or what position to leave the train brake in. On this locomotive and on some others, you also need to make sure to put the locomotive brake in the release position when you're ready to switch cabs. If you don't, the controls in the other cab won't be able to release the brake. Before you move to the other cab, set the tail lights on and turn the headlights off.
But you don't know
If
that.
you've used cab light or desk lights, turn those off too. Head to the other cab. You'll need to leave the train and get back on board at the other end. While some trains allow you to walk from cab to cab internally, it's often hot and uncomfortable.
Right.
Notice that this end shows that you're in cab number 2 with the writing above the right-hand window. Get the cab set up as per normal and then pull forward to the marker in the other side.
Her tail lights are off. That's ready in forwards. I've already left it forwards. I've already did that. This is stop from now. Okay. Which spin to release. That's why I already did. What is it telling me? Keep an eye on our speeds. There we go. As the speed limits. Really, I'm gonna turn off the hood. If I can. Green? I assist. Hang on. Third and gameplay. That hide it? No, it doesn't. Okay. I want to hide the hood. How do I do that? I don't know, I just switched on then. So, oh, don't want to do that, do we? Six that fully brake on us, There we go. Okay, gonna swing 20 miles per hour. You can use left trigger to release. Forward, brake, apply. We're gonna do this. But I wasn't reading support the trainings are complete stuff anyway. I'm doing an awful job here. I'm sorry,
That
everyone.
concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
So with that note said there, so I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And if you're gonna go with a smile.